Hello, and welcome to the first ever episode 7 of Whooooo and Whoniverse. You're here with me, Jamie.
Me, Lewis.
And me, Brian.
Dum de 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 dum. We almost missed out on our podcast this week.
Yeah, we did.
We don't accept your apology. It was very stressful for me
There
and
was
Brian.
no apology.
We thought we had to go on without you. Our colleague, Sachelle, who stood us up 3 times when Lewis and Brian was unavailable, said we should carry on without you. And I said, no, we can't carry on without Lewis. And then I remembered, no, we'll do just fine without you.
Excellent.
We have a sponsor, Brian.
Yes. As a listener of our show, we've partnered with Beer 52 to give you, the listener, a free case of craft beers. That's free. All you need to do is go to beer52.com/Whoovian to claim your free case. This is a perfect chance to get some extra special beers in. Beer 52 is the world's most popular monthly craft beer discovery club, searching out incredible and exclusive small batch craft beers from the world's greatest breweries and bring them back for you, the members. Beer 52 and some of the best craft brewers in the UK and across Europe have come together to bring some incredible flavours as part of their Citizens of Everywhere case. Europe's given us so much over the years: booze cruises, exotic sausages and our royal family. But perhaps its greatest gift has been the fantastic beer and breweries. We love drinking the stuff, and our own home craft brewing talent loves working alongside their European peers. That's why this month Beer 52 and Ferment have teamed up with the awesome Citizens of Everywhere project to bring you world-class collaborations, showcasing the very best of the UK/EU relations. Whatever the outcome of Brexit, and we still don't know, we're excited to show that the craft beer community is excited as ever by its future of brewing and drinking beer together. This month, try the one-of-a-kind Citra Drizzle, which is a collaboration brew from Fine Ales, representing the UK, and Beer Blurotec from Sweden. Or why not try a delicious mango milkshake IPA from Tiny Rebel of Wales, or Mount Salivey from France. There's something for everyone's taste, whether you already love craft beer or want to try it out. If you like darker beers, get the mixed case. If you like lighter beers, get the light case. It's that easy. Just try your first case for free. Just pay $5.95 postage. That's 8 incredible craft beers, Ferment magazine and a snack. And believe me, the snack's delicious. Delivered the next shipping day. It's a no-brainer. There's no minimum commitment. You can just take the free case, try the beers and see what you think. If it's not for you, you can pause, cancel at any time. Just visit beer52.com. That's the word beer, number 5, the number 2.com/Whoovian to claim your free case today. Terms and conditions apply. Only 1 per household, new customers only, part of a monthly subscription with no minimum commitment. If you choose to stay, you will be delivered 8 craft beers, a Ferment magazine and a snack with free delivery for just £24. Full terms and conditions are available at beer52/terms. Thank you.
Thank you, Brian. You worked really hard to actually get us that sponsor as well, didn't you?
I did, yes.
There was a lot of negotiating. There was a lamp in a dark room swinging from side to side. And Lewis brought some alcohol to the podcast.
Well, this is one of the beers from Beer 52. I figured I might, drink it while we're currently making the podcast.
This week's Whooooo and Whoniverse is sponsored by Beer 52, which brings us neatly onto topical Who. So, Jar Jar Chibnall, where did it go wrong? I have some thoughts on Chris Chibnall and his attempts at Doctor Who. Got a bit of a list. Hope you don't mind. Jump in, obviously. His ruined tradition. Why do we need a New Year's Day special when a Christmas special was just fine? He ruined Christmas for everyone. I don't care about presents as a 28-year-old adult. I want to tune into Doctor Who at 6 p.m. GMT. Also, on the subject of tradition, why does Doctor Who have to air on Sundays? It's stated in Doctor Who, Matt Smith clearly said, I hate Sundays. I never land on Sundays. Sundays are boring. So why is Doctor Who landing on the most boring day in Whoniverse? On Sunday. The only thing interesting about Sunday is going to bed for work the next day. Also, what is it with him with the companions? Sorry, it's not a companion, it's a bloody crowd, okay? It's got like the Doctor and her 7 disciples. They're just following her around and they take over the entire story. It's like in Russell T Davies' series, sometimes he had 2 companions max, but it was only there as a temporary basis. Like there was sort of a plot development with another companion. It was great. It was never all the way through. And you got all these jumbled stories for all 3 of these companions. You've got their separate stories, separate storylines, which take up too much space, and it's taking away the screen time from the Doctor, who, by the way, is the namesake of the show. And now no one cares about the companions. They don't have interesting stories like... I know you disagree, but Rose actually had an amazing story, despite.
No, I never said that a story wasn't any good. I always said that herself as an actress, Billie Piper was, was a really bad actress, and it just came through in the show.
I don't like her. No. I mean, she's not. I didn't think she was a great actress. But moving on, Jar Jar Chibnall. Furthermore. Now, this is something for you, Brian, because I'm not too familiar with Classic Who, but the last series with Chibnall felt more like a history lesson. I mean, some great, like the Rosa Parks episode, absolutely great, but it just felt like something that they wanted to show in classrooms in 20 years and say, this is who Rosa Parks was, with Doctor Who in it. But it didn't seem like an actual Doctor Who episode, if you know what I mean. We could have easily done that episode without the Doctor in there, and it would have had no impact on the story whatsoever, other than there's some guy causing aberrations. I mean, what was it?
Well, first of all, Jamie, I think you need to calm down and possibly take your meds. going back to Classic Who, particularly in the early episodes with Hartnell, a lot of the episodes were historical episodes. Whether that was an intention of the BBC to educate, I'm not 100% sure on, but they sure as hell like their historical episodes early on. Yeah. Well, the first episode itself is
fire.
Fire.
You found that in the first season or so of Doctor Who, there were three companions with Hartnell. You had Susan, the granddaughter, and then the two companions on top, or assistants as they called them back then.
You'll find out Brian mentioned in a couple of podcasts ago that when Doctor Who first started, I think was it Hartnell or was it the showrunner that said no bug-eyed monsters?
It's Sidney Newman who effectively came up with the idea of Doctor Who.
Wasn't Sidney Newman like the first female director in the BBC?
It would come as great news to Sidney Newman to be described as female.
Oh, right.
I think you might be thinking of Verity Lambert.
Yeah, I'm thinking of somebody
I'll tell you
else,
what he's doing right now, though. He's rolling in his grave because of what Jar Jar Chibnall's doing.
Definitely.
What do you think, Lewis? Where did he mess up?
I'm with you on all points. Basically, the calamity that has been the New Year. The storyline of the New Year special was quite good, but you expect it on Christmas Day, and as you say, I'm 31. I don't get excited about Christmas presents, but I do.
40.
Cheers, Jamie. I do get excited about having Doctor Who on Christmas Day to watch. When there's nothing else to do, and you're sitting around with the family.
All the shops are closed. The majority of pubs are closed.
Yeah,
Tesco's closed. Tesco at that point is the most interesting thing on Christmas Day. Now Doctor Who's cancelled and Tesco's closed. Like, do you know Tesco's closed? Oh yes, it is. But you know what you could be doing instead of having that conversation? Watching Doctor Who.
What were the thinking with moving it from the Saturday to the Sunday as well? I don't fully understand that. Saturday is prime time, Sunday not so much. Maybe they felt that the show was so prime time that it would draw the audience from the Saturday to the Sunday.
I'll tell you what he was thinking. He was thinking, how many unnecessary changes can I make? You know the term, if it ain't broke, don't fix it.
Yeah.
He's never heard about Sirius saying so.
Just to bring a quick one up on this subject as well. This is something that may have fitted into the news, but I chose not to have it in the news section. I was reading an article earlier that stated that it was written before the 6th episode aired, and it stated that that up to the 5th episode, all of the episodes from this series finished in the top 10 viewed shows, of each independent week.
Yeah.
So the stating in this article, I don't know, I didn't do the research, so I don't know, but the stating that this could be the most successful season of Doctor Who.
What?
Yeah, because the episodes have finished in the high rankings on the BBC. They're stating that this could be the most successful.
But the ratings in Doctor Who have been the lowest they've ever been.
Yeah, I understand.
So are we expected to believe that the ratings in TV have dropped overall?
Well, apparently so. But I'll show you the article later. We can go over it.
Brian, Jar Jar. I'm not calling you Jar Jar.
No, me Jar Jar not.
That's pretty
That
good.
was awful. I was Yoda, wasn't it?
It was actually pretty good for a
Was it?
Jar Jar, yeah.
Who's very well watched Star Wars. Do we want to blame Chibnall for the move?
Yes.
I know you want to blame him for everything, and not just everything bad Doctor Who related, just everything bad in the world.
Yeah.
Starvation.
You seem
Chibnall.
to view Chris Chibnall the same way I view Chris Moyles.
Well, let's put it like this. Donald Trump would be a better showrunner.
Ooh.
I thought you were going to say Donald Trump was a Chris Chibnall creation.
The thing might be the other way around. I think it's
Was it his decision to move the show to a Sunday? Was it his decision to have the Christmas special on New Year's Day?
Actually, 100% the latter of those two was his decision. And here's a quote from him. I'm paraphrasing here. I'm not even joking. No sarcasm here.
I'm going to annoy Jamie Watson by...
I wish that was the reason. It would be more acceptable. He said, we've run out of Christmas episode ideas.
Insane.
That's an actual quote from Chibman. No, he can't be called Chibman. From Jar Jar himself. We've run out of Christmas ideas. I think it was sort of a similar idea for moving it from Saturday to Sunday. We've run out of Saturday stories. So, that maybe like each episode is a representation of Sunday itself. Boring AF.
To be fair to the season, each individual episode was okay in its own right. There were a certain non-cohesion to the episodes, and it didn't seem like it was going anywhere. That was my... I think I have mentioned this like every time, but
I felt we needed an opening section on Jar Jar Chibnall. To actually read exactly what I wrote about this. Too many story threads for the companions, which we don't care about. Whilst we do enjoy a good companion story like Donna or the Ponds, the stories surrounding the companions are very disjointed and never come to a satisfying conclusion. Case in point, the best conclusion to any of the stories was with Graham, I found. The rest of them seemed a bit tacked on.
Graham and his wife, Ryan's grandma. Yeah,
he was the only one of all the companions that really had a genuine reason to go with the Doctor.
Yeah.
Whereas he's sort of is running away from his guilt, which turns into revenge, which sends into almost destroying himself. I mean, he sort of overcomes his own challenges. He had a great story.
Yeah, it was a good story.
Yaz and Ryan. Yaz was just there for street, just so Doctor had someone to call Yaz. Otherwise, it should be calling Graham Gaz, I guess. And Ryan was just there, so we had an excuse for someone to fall over. Which is a shame, really. I think Graham should have been the other companion.
I thought Graham was a great character.
Yeah.
I had my serious doubts about Bradley Walsh, but he's shown he's a good actor.
Yeah. I was most excited about Yasmin Khan being a companion seemed like amazing. And I followed her work before as well. She's a great actress. Bradley Walsh, I was like, no, we've ruined it. It's the other way around. Yasmin ruined it. But that's not the actor's fault. We all acted amazingly well. I've got no issues with the acting in season 11, which Chibnall can't be credited for because he didn't direct all the episodes. So the acting wise, it's been great. So
I think Chris Chibnall's a good writer. He's written some great episodes of Doctor Who, but not necessarily a good showrunner.
What episodes has he written?
He's written some good ones. Well, I can't remember what they are off the top of my head. I'm sure we discussed this on a previous.
So good, you can't remember what they're called. Sorry, I'm blinded. I'm blinded by hate.
Yeah. Serious hate for Chibnall.
Yeah,
I'll look it up during Who News.
I think we've got. Okay, let's do it. Who News? Where?
Hello and welcome to the Nuvian Who's Network.
What's it called again?
The Nuvian Who's Network.
Wow. But you spent 3 weeks thinking of that title.
Shut up, Jamie. I don't need your criticism.
I said make it yourself. But so basically, I called it Whovian News, and you just changed it to Nuvian, and you put network.
Nuvian Who's Network. Yeah. I thought it would be funny. Okay.
It made me laugh.
I don't need your criticism. Okay, so basically a few bits of news. It was a slow news week, very slow news week. In fact, I was saved by one article in overall, and here we go. Right, so Doctor Who's been nominated for a BAFTA. It's the
really
yeah
a BAFTA
a BAFTA. Wow. Big news here. It's
just after that last season, like Chibnall.
It's the Virgin Media must-see moment, BAFTA. Okay.
What's the moment?
It didn't say in the article, so we're unsure as of yet what the moment would be.
What
to be continued in further Whovian.
So what moment do you think it could be?
Possibly the moment between Graham and Ryan's dad. The way he was saying to him that about his partner taking, keeping all of his dad's stuff, and that's how a father should be.
I wouldn't,
or a parent.
Yeah, I mean, there were a lot of heartbreaking moments in all the episodes. I think Demons of Punjab was probably one of the most heartbreaking, where families got torn apart.
Yeah.
But I can't pinpoint any particular moment in season 11 that would really scream out for a BAFTA.
Fair enough. Moving on. So the BBC Director General dropped hints that the air date of the season 12 of Doctor Who would be very early in 2020. Now, that's
actually really good news.
There's chatter as to whether this is going to be a New Year's Day special, kicking it off, and then the season coming in a little later, or whether we're looking at a January-February sort of kicking off of the initial season.
I mean, I'd love to see, because Doctor Who used to restart in Easter time, having a bit of a break, and then come back around Halloween time. So I'm kind of hoping that would do that, or sometimes they'd come back towards the tail end of the summer, wouldn't they?
Yeah.
So I'm kind of hoping they'd do that again, but I don't think we're going to. Ever since they stopped splitting into halves, I've noticed it's kind of dropped off.
Yeah. So right. Some details. We've been given more details from season 12. Well, rumours at this point. Where people have seen filming of certain episodes. Now, from the series 12 shooting, it's been revealed that the Doctor and her companions will be visiting wartime Paris.
Was anyone hurt?
Was anyone hurt?
Yeah.
In wartime
Or
Paris?
was it shooting on season?
Okay, so moving swiftly on. So they'll be visiting wartime Paris, while another
so there was a shooting
episode might suggest that guest star Stephen Fry will be involved in espionage and British spy agencies.
Yes, as mentioned in episode 2 of Whoniverse.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay. No, we knew back then that he was going to appear, but I didn't know it was about.
Yeah, because it started a discussion where we were going to decide what other guest stars we'd want, and I said Idris Elba. The Doctor saves Idris Elba, and then it turns out a couple of seasons later, she regenerates into Idris Elba, and it turns out she saved herself. And then we get to see that episode again from the other Doctor's perspective.
Cool. Nice.
That was my little Doctor Who maker-uppery.
Excellent. So I just thought I'd add this little section to the end. Now, we all love a good Comic-Con. We all love to see the actors behind the characters. I've got a few of the actors who are showing up at both national Comic-Cons and international. So we've got Colin Baker, who's going to be at the Film and Comic-Con in Birmingham in June, on June 1st and 2nd this year. John Barrister, am I saying that right? Barrowman, yeah, Barrowman,
oh
yeah, Captain Jack, who plays Captain Jack. He'll be in Washington at the Walter E. Convention Center.
Do we have any American readers?
In July,
actually,
in July next year.
The vast our main demographic right now actually is it's about 33% America right now.
Excellent.
Yeah, I mean the rest of them's British, but aside from Britain, our main demographic is America.
Yeah. We've also got David Bradley. You know, some of you may remember him from Game of Thrones as Walder Frey, but he played the first Doctor, William Hartnell's Doctor, in the Twice Upon a Time episode. He will be at Salt Lake City, Utah, FanX Salt Lake Comic-Con on the 17th to the 19th of June. We've got Freema Argaman, is that how you pronounce her name? Argaman.
Your guess is as good as mine.
Yeah. and she will be at the
Argaman.
Let's just call her Martha.
Yeah, Martha Jones.
Martha. How do you know my name?
So she will be at the suburban.
You can't read your own handwriting, can you?
No, I can't. This is in Michigan, USA, in July. And Mark Andy also plays the character Greston Paltraki. He also played the King Robert Baratheon in Game of Thrones.
Just and Fred Flintstone as well.
And he will be
Was it Barney Rubble?
In Wales.
Barney Rubble.
He'll be at Wales Comic Con in June as well.
You're not going to do something to end it?
No, I didn't think of an ending. I sort of relied on Brian for the opening news.
That is the end of UM2 Network.
If it's like News at 10, there should be a cute, fluffy kitten story at the end, somehow tied in with Doctor Who.
Yeah.
So, next up, one of my favourite sections, other than Whoniverse or Hogwash, is the TARDIS polls. Our Voting in the TARDIS working title. So, we had a suggestion last week from Strongman69. What is the best science fiction robot? Do you want to read out the contenders, Brian?
The contenders are T-1000, C-3PO, Optimus Prime, and Bender.
Do you want to read out the suggestions, Lou?
Right, okay. So,
the quotes.
Yeah, the quotes. We've got from Wolfline, Bender is great. Bender is great. Bender.
Right.
From
just a quick suggestion. Usually you do them in an American accent.
Oh, right, okay. So would you like me to reread it?
Please.
Okay. Bender is great. Bender is great. Bender.
Perfect.
Okay, is that okay?
Next one you have to do it like a Dalek.
Do I have to do it like a Dalek? Okay, we've got Lee Thauho, Supreme Supreme Dalek. Optimus Prime is inferior to us. I can't do this.
The next one in like from Cornwall.
What does someone who's from Cornwall sound? They sound like. Is it like a Shropshire accent? Like Swordworth 1 Optimus? Wait, here we go. I can't do
This
it.
is going to be good.
Optimus. How cool would that be? And how have your own robot, having your own robot, and how cool.
From the top, please.
How cool would that be? Would it be to have your own robot that could also be a mode of transport? I can't. Thank you. I'll be here all week.
I don't know what that was.
Will you ask me?
How strong is that beer from beer52.com?
How's it taste?
Well, it tastes. This one's pretty good actually. You know, it's called Fine Ales, and you know, it's got a very sort of amber ale taste to it. Quite sweet.
I don't drink, so who do you think won the poll, and who would you vote for?
Well, I voted for Bender.
Right. Okay.
Goes to show who you'd think would win.
I'd probably vote for Bender as well.
Really? Well,
fair,
you
yeah.
remember Strongman69 just said he decided to Bender into the poll for fun.
Yeah.
So, who do you think won?
C3PO.
C3PO. Ooh, can I just say, by the way, this is our first time where we haven't had a landslide, and it could have literally gone either way just by a couple votes.
Awesome.
In last place was a T1000 at 16%.
No love for the T1000 there.
He made us foster parents.
Well, you know,
he's not a good guy.
not all foster parents are good, you know.
In third place, Optimus Prime.
One trick pony.
In second place, C3PO
Oh.
at 33%. And in first place is Bender at 34%.
Oh,
Wow, that was
very
That
nice.
was
Yeah,
so close.
yeah.
Like at one point, it was literally bouncing between C3PO and Bender like a couple of times in a day, where it kept on going back and forth. The poll actually ended yesterday, and I think Bender just won it within the last couple of minutes. That's how close it was. It could have literally gone either way. If I was the betting man, I'd say don't bet on this. What do you think the next poll should be?
Right. Okay. So I had an idea for this, which was non-TV sci-fi / fantasy. The best non-TV TV sci-fi / fantasy series that's currently on mediums like Netflix, like
So
Amazon Prime. This sort of thing.
So rephrase it again.
Right. So the best of non-TV sci-fi and fantasy.
I don't understand because he doesn't understand it himself. Do you understand, Brian?
So basically,
So sci-fi programs
sci-fi and
that are
fantasy
not on
don't-
mainstream television.
Yeah, that's the one. So
Not
basically,
on terrestrial.
Why don't you just say
Terrestrial television,
science
yeah.
fiction programs only available for streaming?
okay, then that works as well.
I have a
okay.
way with words. What can I say?
Right, so I've got four choices here. I've got Dark, The Man in the High Castle, Star Trek Discovery, and Stranger Things. I think that this would be quite a close poll, given that all shows have quite a lot of love. Possibly Star Trek might come out on top, but who knows?
So give us those options one more time.
Dark, The Man in the High Castle, Star Trek Discovery, and Stranger Things.
Right. I'm going to go on a limb here. It's between Stranger Things and Star Trek.
What do you think?
But I think because it's Star Trek Discovery, and while it is really good, I saw the first half of the first season. I don't have a lot of time to watch TV, unfortunately.
Yeah.
It does have a bit of a following, but it's just, out of all those three, streaming-wise, Stranger Things is probably the most popular.
Yeah. Star Trek has a cult following, that's the thing, and
Yeah, I wonder if they'll vote on it based on Enterprise, but not on Discovery.
But as well, The Man in the High Castle, it's it was originally a book by Philip K. Dick, and he has a okay, moving swiftly on from this.
Maybe some butthead impressions.
So it was, he has a lot of fans in his writing, so, and it's an interesting concept as well as The Man in the High Castle. So
Brian, you got any suggestions? Are you happy with this one?
I'm happy with those. I've not watched any of them.
Mm-hmm.
I've seen a bit of Star Trek Discovery. I've heard a lot, that's probably the only one I've seen actually out of those far. I've never heard of the other two.
The only one that I am up to date on is The Man in the High Castle. Season 3 is currently out.
It'd be interesting to see which
Prime.
one comes last.
It would,
yeah.
I think it would be Dark, just because Dark was it's a German show, that's been uploaded onto Netflix. So I don't think it'll have been promoted as much over here.
Right. So next up, it's the penultimate, Brian, the penultimate episode of WHOOOO. So next week, provided Lewis doesn't have any emergencies, it will be the last ever WHOOOO, and we'll be moving on to history lesson.
Happy days.
And Brian will be taking over the segment. So we did 2 episodes because Lewis likes to skip ahead.
Well, I figured that both of these episodes are running side by side.
Some of us don't have time, Lewis.
I understand that, but
I just finished it today. That's how close it was. I watched it in 15-minute intervals. Anyway, so what did you think of episode 6?
6 was interesting. It was. I think we discussed this a little bit, before the podcast, and you're definitely right in thinking that it was the budget episode. There wasn't a lot going on.
Yeah, the entire episode was literally in the same room. But what I love about those episodes, there's no effects other than a bit of sound manipulation,
bit of green room as well. That's for the dark backdrop.
It's a beautifully shot episode. It's the type of episode where it's just there for just pure acting power. The craftsmanship of the act. It brought a tear to my eye. It was absolutely mind-bendingly amazing. It reminded me of a Kevin Smith film where all we're doing in this film is talk.
Yeah,
and it's like he just plays and it's like act.
Well, that's
just go and do act. Make your choices and do what you can with the script, and that's what they did. It was beautiful,
purely off of the off the back of the acting.
And it was an episode about feelings. So it was like it's like we were instructed before. You're holding this rock, and you are compelled to tell the truth. And they don't want to tell the truth. It's like, I love you, but I have never had the courage to say those words before. I know I looked into your eyes when I said that, but
it felt special. It felt special.
Yeah, but it's like they cried, and it's beautiful because bearing in mind they're very young actors as well.
Yeah. I quite like the development in that episode between Ram and April. Ram saying that he realizes he loves April, and he realizes that she doesn't feel the same way or have as strong emotions towards him. And when it's her turn to tell the truth, obviously she confirms that to him. That he, that she doesn't, in fact, love him. It opens the storyline up to later conflicts as well between the two, which could be interesting.
Well, I don't think it's going to be that interesting. I think what the conflicts were opening up in that episode were going to be explored in the next series, which unfortunately never got made. Well, it did technically get made. It's a big Finnish production now, so. We've got that to look forward to. But yeah, it was a beautiful episode, and I loved how it ended as well, which brought us on to Quill having the what was that thing called in her brain?
You should really ask me about this prior to the podcast so we can so we can get the names of things. Yeah, the Nag or something like that, is it? It's Arn.
Arn, yes.
The Arn, yes.
Long arm of the law. They went on an adventure in what was kind of like a reverse TARDIS, You know,
Yeah.
it was something that was even smaller than it would be, but even bigger than it should be on the outside, in the inside. And they go travelling through a world of make believe, essentially, don't they?
Yeah, I was trying to look at the inscriptions on the box as I was watching. I actually paused it when she placed it on the floor in front of them. Do you think that was Gallifreyan technology?
I'm surprised I didn't mention that. I didn't say, "Ooh, bigger on the inside," and be all surprised.
Yeah.
But they seemed to kind of expect it, but it looked like it was homemade.
Yeah, I mean, it seemed like, I think the storyline was that she'd taken it from somewhere, or it had been liberated from somewhere. This sort of thing.
It was a good episode though.
It was. We've kind of segued from episode 6 into episode 7 there, though. You know, without sort of advising the listeners that we were doing so. But yeah, I enjoyed both episodes, and both episodes run concurrently. So while the
you can watch them both together without the credits. So kind of like Rogue One leans into New Hope. They both seamlessly can be edited into each other as one continuous episode. So it'll go straight into a flashback.
While the kids are stuck in the classroom, and Miss Quill's off having her adventure in these imaginary worlds. Not imaginary worlds, like the worlds of each being's gods, isn't it? You know, like so.
So like they go to the god of the quills and.
But these worlds are based on belief. They're based on
belief, but not necessarily real.
It is actually a concept that we've seen before in Doctor Who, that if so many people think about one thing at a specific time, that belief can make something happen. You know, when the Doctor places the thought in everyone's minds around the world to just think Doctor at one point in time.
Yeah.
Kind of like how so many people believe in a flying spaghetti monster.
Yeah.
Have you been touched by his noodly appendage?
I certainly have been touched by his noodly appendage.
But what did you think of both episodes? Like,
I thought they were really good.
They did a lot of. I found they did a lot of story building for another series, which unfortunately
it's not gonna happen. I thought that episode 7 was in many ways better than episode 6, but episode 6 had its own merits as well. The series has really picked up, you know, like from where we were in episode 1. I remember being quite vocal against episode 1, and
Brian's missed out. Really, is what we're saying.
Well, yeah, I think he has, you know, in many ways. I think, you know, like he just didn't give it enough of a chance.
You remember at the beginning of this segment, all those years ago, when I was saying how it felt like we had the B villains and we're using the B stars of Doctor Who. It feels like it's the other way around now, where these stories are so amazing and stood so well on their own.
Yeah.
I've had absolutely no issues with the stories or any of the character development in this episode. I think the 2 episodes that we had that were bad was just the same for any other series ever, but the rest of it's been so stellar. But I'd say
stellar for the American viewers out there. Some stellar
for the Australian listeners,
or
actually.
the Belgian ones.
Yeah.
But it's been so stellar that in a lot of cases it was better than series 11 of Doctor Who. A 1,000 times better. The story, the plot development, the characters, nothing felt overcrowded. They gave each character its screen time. Didn't let all stories run concurrently in one episode. They said this is a story for this episode, and sort of explored the characters individually on the episodes. And sort of Quill was there just there to sort of guide them in the right direction, which is something I wish I'd done in Doctor Who.
As well, there's this underlying there's this interwoven storyline in all of the episodes. You know, the Cabinet of Souls, and and Quill's brain arm. Was it the arm? Yeah, it was the arm. Brain arm, and we've now come to see that brain arm removed in this episode, and Quill is now free to do what she wants.
And the first thing she does is kill someone.
Yeah, but she's also pregnant, which is, you know, where does she go from here? You know.
Well, she's going to give birth.
Well,
obviously
so, but you know,
she collapses at the end of the series, so we don't actually know how at the end of the episode. Sorry,
she's unconscious, and I believe he says she's been unconscious for a good, is it a week or a few days or something like that.
Are you in the last episode?
No, this is at the end of episode 7.
I don't think they mentioned how long she'd been unconscious for.
Oh, they did.
No, 'cause she walked in, she saved them, and she collapsed, and the credits rolled.
Oh no! After the credits, there's a snippet after the credits.
Oh, I didn't know it was a snippet.
Did you not see it?
No.
Go home and watch it tonight. There's a snippet after the credits. It's a snippet with just Miss Quill and Charlie, Charlie.
Yeah.
and
Charlie, bit my
Charlie. and Charles at the end, and he's she sort of she's in the bed, and he's speaking to Mateus on the phone, I think, and he says, yeah, she's been unconscious for X amount of time. You know, like, I
think there's going to be a final big enemy to pop up. They need Quill to help fight the Shadow King.
Well, like Quill fully unsheathed, able to kill things.
Yeah,
but
is unable to because she's unconscious.
Yeah,
she might as well have the arm back in her head. That's how useful she is right now. So basically, I think it's a bit unfair to rate these episodes at this point, other than say that they're bloody amazing.
I won't push them to amazing. I think you've held a higher opinion of this series than I have the entire way through. I'd say that they were good, solid episodes, both of them.
Yeah, I disagree with you on the other point where I feel 6 was better than 7. Just on, I love the art of acting over special effects. I feel like compelling story is more important than what you can do on the screen, which is probably why I'm such a big fan of audio dramas as well. So that's it for Who this week, which brings us on to the most popular section of Whoniverse, which is sponsored by
Beer52.com.
Beer52.com.
Please visit www.beer52, that's the word beer followed by the numbers 5 and 2.com /Whovian to claim your free case of beer. All you need to do is pay $5.99 postage and packaging. It's part of a subscription service with no minimum commitment. If you choose to stay, you'll be delivered 8 craft beers, Ferment magazine, and a tasty snack with free delivery just for £24.
What's a tasty snack?
The one I got was peas. Salted peas.
Ooh, excellent.
I like
something that goes with beer.
Well, I absolutely love pub snacks. You know, you get your bowl of bun beer mix.
Pork scratchings.
I hate pork scratchings. They hurt my teeth.
I didn't think you could eat pork scratchings.
I used to.
Oh, right.
Back in the day. So, there's a theme song for this section. Whoniverse hogwash, Whoniverse hogwash, is it real, is it fake? Whoniverse hogwash. It's currently 3-2.
I feel
Brian's in the lead. Fun fact, I had to re-listen to the old episode to see who won it. Because I couldn't believe. So, Whoniverse hogwash. First episode, book, game, something within the Whoniverse. Probably made it up.
He's playing with our minds, Lewis.
I know. He loves playing with mine.
I do. Because Brian won last time, I think the loser should go first in guessing.
That stings, Jamie.
Yeah.
It stings.
Obviously, you don't give your reason why until Brian's answered his.
Okay.
So, to keep it fair and even, Doctor Who. Doctor Third. The first and second Doctor have joined forces to take on a common foe. It was all going well until another enters the fray. Who is this new adversary?
Right. From what I understand... Oh, I can't give my thingies to it, can I? I can't give my reasoning. Okay. I'm going to say hogwash. We are doing the rules whereby
we're doing
points for the...
Yeah, oh yeah, so for all the listeners at home, There is a point for guessing if the description is real or fake, and another point for if the episode, well, the Whoniverse section is real or fake. You can get a maximum of 10 points.
5 questions, 10 points.
Yes.
Right, I'm going to say hogwash.
Brian?
I am going to say Whoniverse hogwash.
Can I just say, Brian, at the end of every week that we do this, always leaves the recording studio with a sense of disappointment in himself. Lewis. Brian. It is Whoniverse hogwash.
Whoniverse hogwash.
So it's 2-1. Has anyone got a pen? Oh! Brian's keeping
No.
score. So it's 2-1. Second Whoniverse. Lean back, Lewis. You're trying to cheat. Brian doesn't cheat. That's why he's winning.
I'm not cheating. Come on, get us with this question.
Music of the Spheres. The Doctor and his companions land on a planet of Quaverfray. The Sound Lords compel all that walk this land to sing rather than typically speak. This is a Big Finish music production you can't miss. Brian.
Whoniverse.
I'm going to say Whoniverse hogwash because I think I've heard of the music of the spheres, but I don't think that's a description of it.
Whoniverse hogwash.
Yeah.
Lewis gets 2, you get 1.
Oh.
It is Whoniverse hogwash. This is actually an interactive mini-episode aired during the Doctor Who prom intermission. And, by the way, I forgot to give the first one. Doctor Who Doctor Third. It's a Mr. Men book, based on the third Doctor.
Oh yeah, I've actually seen it as well.
The next one. Who's winning? Oh, it's a draw right now.
3-0 at the moment.
3-0.
12 angels weeping. On every planet there is a winter, but shadows are everywhere, and there are some corners of the universe which have bred the most terrible things. Lewis, Whoniverse or hogwash?
Whoniverse.
Whoniverse. Brian?
I'm going to go for double hogwash.
Whoniverse.
Oh. Yes.
So, Lewis 2, Brian nothing. This is a book written by Dave Rudden in time for Halloween/Christmas. 12 angels weeping. Seriously, Brian, you're our reigning champion. You're letting yourself down.
Don't call it a
Can't defend the
comeback.
title. I can't.
Bri.
There's still 5 points in it, so
Real time. This was the first episode of Doctor Who performed live on television. It featured a return of the Cybermen, a mystery involving the pyramids. Who went first last time?
I think it was me.
Oh, so it's Brian then.
Come on, bro.
I'll repeat it.
Hogwash.
Hogwash. Okay.
I'm going to say Whoniverse hogwash.
Any thoughts? Why? Why is it hogwash, Brian?
To my knowledge, there's never been an episode of Doctor Who broadcast live,
Okay.
and it sounds kind of a mashup between a Cyberman episode and Pyramids of Mars in Tom Baker's era.
And you said Whoniverse hogwash, did you?
Yeah, I think that for some reason the title sticks in my mind, but the description.
Can I just say, the only way it's ever possible for you to both be wrong is if you both had the same answer.
Okay.
Brian. It was. This was a webcast audio drama which aired back in 2002. I say audio drama, there were images alongside, but it was more comic book style than slideshow a comic book slideshow rather than a cartoon. It was Whoniverse. Hogwash.
Wait.
I get a point for saying double hogwash.
So,
Yes.
And I get a point for saying
You get 2
Whoniverse.
points.
Oh, did I say?
It was a real episode,
Yeah.
but hogwash description.
Yeah. I thought so.
This is not good.
No.
It's 7-4.
Can you come back at this point? They're free. You can draw. That's.
We can.
No,
There's only
you
2 more points available.
Is there only 2?
Yeah, we've only got 1.
Oh yeah, you can't draw. You can't come back. Wait.
I could draw a rude picture on the park.
So, Lewis,
Win, but I feel better.
no matter what, you win.
Thank you.
Aww. Brian's upset.
Don't lower yourself, Brian.
So the final one, Lost City. Sorry, just Lost City. That's either a hint or it isn't. Lost City Part 2. It's 800 BC. The Doctor has landed in Laodicea Combusta in an effort to better understand how a once thriving city disappeared into nothingness.
It's me, isn't it? I'm going to say Whoniverse because I believe that was one of William Hartnell's episodes. Oh, I shouldn't have said that, should I?
That's okay. Brian?
It doesn't make any difference, does it? I'm going to say, let's say double hogwash. It's the only way I can close the gap.
Lewis.
Yeah.
You're doing so well.
Oh, did I bug
And
it
guess
as
what?
well?
Hogwash.
Some dignity.
Now, can I just say, Brian, this will make you really happy. Okay?
Yeah.
Lewis, you're going to be really ashamed of yourself.
Go on.
An episode of Class.
The episode title is from Stargate,
What's the episode title again?
Lost City Part 2.
Oh, it is actually. It's when they find Atlantis on Stargate.
Yeah.
You're the meanest person ever, Jamie.
So I hope that makes Lost feel a bit less sour.
No, I'm absolutely fuming now.
So yeah, the Lost City is an episode of Stargate, and the description is just wishful thinking, as I hope for Doctor Who to travel through ancient Greece and learn its history.
I don't even know if that's if that's when they find Atlantis. I think that's when they find the tablet that leads them to Atlantis.
I didn't read too much into it. I've never seen Stargate.
Well, you should watch it. All 17 seasons of it.
Maybe one day. So that brings us on to goodbye, good friends, goodbye. I hope we will be seeing you soon.
I think it's time for us to go. As I left home.
Goodbye, guys. Do you want to read the first paragraph, Lulu?
Right, okay. Don't forget to check out the YouTube channel where Jamie unwrapped the Doctor Who calendar and
2019 calendar.
2019 calendar. By the time this episode is uploaded, he'll be looking at TARDIS salt and pepper shakers.
Exciting stuff.
Doctor Who product videos every Friday. Can we get?
Yeah,
Can we read out loud?
Yeah, we're looking for a name on the series. So basically, I do an unboxing sort of product review series on YouTube on the Whoniverse YouTube channel.
Yeah.
The most recent one was I did an unwrapping. It's going to come in a box. So an unwrapping, took the cellophane wrapping off of the Doctor Who 2019 calendar. Went through it a couple of months to sort of just, and it's very cartoony. It's really nice.
Can we call it? Larger on the inside.
Sounds
So
wrong.
it's about
Laughter on the inside.
smaller on the outside.
But those sort of comments will land you in prison, Lewis. But that's something to think about in the future anyway. I can go back and retitle the videos, but it's just food for thought. But we can use. But it's basically, I just want to think of a title for Doctor Who unboxing show.
Yeah.
So, thank you to Zit Farm for making our logo wherever you are in the farm, popping zits, drinking them, making them into milkshakes. Maybe you squeeze them into a ladle and then put it on your Yorkshire puddings.
Oh, very nice.
You can check out our Twitter, which is Whoniverse, and you can follow Brian.
Page 007.
You can follow Jamie at Watson's Musings, or you can follow Lewis in real life.
Please, just stalk Lewis.
Please just don't.
If you're following him around and take pictures of him, you'll also be getting a selfie at the same time.
Yes.
All right, if
The picture will reflect off the back
You
of his
can upload
head.
any
Yeah.
pictures onto the Twitter feed.
If you do manage to find me and take pictures, then please do upload them onto the Twitter feed so I know who my stalkers are and can report them to the
Yeah,
police.
you know what? You can upload them onto the Twitter feed. You don't have a Twitter, so you'll never know about it. So that's it for Whovian Whoniverse. Me, Jamie.
Me, Lewis.
Me, Brian.
Have a week.
Another great show, guys.